Welcome, everybody. Thank you guys for joining us
Oh
on
my
this.
gosh.
What happened?
It was like it wouldn't let me shut off the volume.
Oh, I know. I had it on my phone too. Welcome to Speculation Sunday. Thank you for joining on this beautiful Sunday night. It was kind of warm and it's probably getting cold now, but we got Just As Danny in the house. Danny, how are you doing? Any content, things that people need to look out for? Tell us how you've been, man.
Yeah, things have been good. There's been a lot going on. Mondo and I had an opportunity to do the Boysenberry Festival media preview on Thursday, I think it was. So we can talk a little bit about that today. I had a new podcast episode come out talking about South by Southwest, talking about no more 3D rides, please, and also talking about 70th anniversary and just a lot of stuff that's been happening. There was an issue though with the video feed of my co-host, so it was all messed up. It was all out of sync, and I couldn't fix it. So we just have an audio version this week. So I put it all this morning on the regular, like any audio platform you listen to a podcast on. It's already been there since this morning. After this show today, I'm going to put it on YouTube. It's just going to have like a static video. Probably, I'm guessing I'm going to put a video up of like the Grizzly Peak waterfall because I filmed that for like a minute. So I'll just loop that or something and have the podcast audio go in there, so that if you prefer to watch it on YouTube, it'll be on YouTube tonight, so you can watch it tomorrow if you want to. But it won't be a feed. It'll just be the audio. But at least that way you can stream it there, because I know a lot of people said they like to watch it or listen to it on YouTube because they don't use a platform to listen to podcasts on their devices.
Well, not even that too, Danny. I do it all the time. I put a YouTube video on when I'm driving. I don't watch it at all. I just listen to it. So, yeah, it being like just audio, that's cool with me. It's cool with me. It happens. You went to Disneyland recently. How was your trip? I want to hear your trip first. And everybody, post a comment, a question. Let's start off with the Q&A. I want to start off today's live with a Q&A.
Questions in the chat. Hit the like button, but leave your questions. We're gonna go Q&A heavy today.
Yeah.
I went to the parks on Friday. It was the day that rained the entire day, from morning until basically about 6 or 7 o'clock is when it stopped. And that's when we left, actually. We got there in the morning and then left like at 6 or 7. So it was raining the entire time that we were there. And it didn't stop anyone from not coming. It's just like the crowds are relentless right now when it comes to Disneyland Resort, whether it's raining.
Like, it's snowing, 2 degrees out, packed. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, dude, I was with my friend who's visiting from out of state, actually. And I was just seeing these parents pushing like 2 strollers, and like the strollers are completely covered in tarps. They're covered in tarps. And I was just like, man, that kind of sucks if you plan to like go to Disneyland today and this was like a rainy day and the parents are like, well, we got to make it worth our money. We got to stay here all day. And then like they just didn't look very happy in the rain.
You know what's happening right now, Danny? I'm curious if you agree. I feel like your sweet spot for Disneyland, I don't know about DCA, but Disneyland, I feel like there's this sweet spot of like 12 o'clock to 5 where things are just a lot nicer. And the reason I bring that up, I feel like a lot of people leave the park and then just bombard Disneyland, specifically Disneyland. And after 5 o'clock, it's just pack meter broken. Would you agree with something like that, or I'm crazy?
I mean, it's definitely like on a Friday, at least on a normal Friday anyway. Typically what I see is like if you go during the day on a Friday, you have a great day. Like Friday from like 9 a.m. till like 2 or 3, you're good. You have like a really fun, pretty light day, not too bad. But as soon as it gets to like 3 o'clock and people start leaving work early, or they're getting off work at the normal time they get off, and then till the evening, it gets bad. But I do see a lot of people hopping over to Disneyland, especially during like this festival time, because people will do like a DCA start and they'll do their festival, food stuff in the morning and the afternoon, and then they've done all they needed to do at DCA, and then they just want to end their night at Disneyland. And so I feel like the festivals specifically do push a lot of people over to Disneyland, to answer your question, like in the latter half of the day, because there's not really anything keeping them there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're the color one ain't keeping nobody at DCA. And we're on the verge of grad nights, right? That's like around the corner.
It seems weird, but it's not around the corner. I mean, grad night's not until like May, June,
Oh, we got
because
a
we're still
while
in
then.
March.
Never mind.
Yeah, we're still in March. So, but what we're seeing right now is spring break. So all the schools are off on spring break. We have some schools like in Utah and like other parts of the middle of the U.S. Have like extended breaks for spring break where people can come. So we typically do see a heavier crowding in March. So it's just very like noticeable this time around because we haven't really had a break from the crowding due to the ticket specials that they've had going on. So we didn't have a slow January. We definitely didn't have a slow February. And now we're just going into March, which is generally pretty packed anyway when it comes to spring breaks and stuff like that. Weather starts to get a little bit warmer. It seems like since we didn't have a lot of rain this year in January and February, we'll probably get more rain in March and April. But that's kind of how it was last year, too, to be honest.
Dude, oh my God. I checked to see if I could make a reservation for Disneyland. The answer is no, Danny. How does my Inspire key still look like this today? Hold on, Danny. Look at this, dude. This is just brutality. I, oh my gosh, dude. I just feel like I'm getting rocked. Uh, wow. Dude, look at this, Danny. That is Inspire Key. That is Inspire Key right now. Um,
I would say right now, Mondo, since you have reservations available, if I was you, I would book the 27th because that's the day before the Star Wars Season of the Force kicks off, and you never know, you might get lucky and get a preview of the projections the day before.
God, it just sucks, Danny, because I only have one floating reservation right now. Cause like
Oh, really?
I got all these like important dates, you know, cause I might not get a chance to get these important dates again. But like, dude, I when was it Friday? I posted this one day ago. It was really Friday night. I could have sworn it was Friday because I was like, I want to go to Disneyland on Saturday. So on Friday night, it looked like this. Now we're in Sunday. It still looks like that. That is brutal, dude.
Brutality.
This is just, it's getting dirty, man. Uh, I feel like Disney's prepping the magic key holders for May. Like, this is what it's going to feel like. Um, yeah, staying up late don't help nobody either. It don't help nobody. It's not like last year where you stay up late, you know, you hope somebody cancels. Uh, Dude, I was trying to go during the week. I guess I won't go to. I guess I'm going to Universal. We got Michelle, 23 months. Let's go. 23. Thank you, Michelle. 23 months. How often are you checking if weekend days open? It took me 2 weeks to get the 29th and the 30th. And that was by sheer luck. Wow. So we're talking about the same thing now. Uh, what's your game plan now, Danny? This is brutal.
Um,
I can't like I'm not here to sugarcoat. This shit sucks. This sucks. It sucks.
what I've noticed as an Inspire key holder is that Saturdays are the hardest to get. So my game plan is I just keep booking Saturdays and as like the default day.
Yeah.
And then if someone else wants to go during the week instead, then typically it's a little bit easier to switch it over to that week of. But the Saturdays, like I never see those pop up anymore, and so that's my go-to is still kind of like grabbing those in
Yeah.
advance.
Yeah. I think the most important thing to say right now, Uh, Say there's like key dates 2 months from now, just book it. And as sad as it sounds, you kind of have to lock those in like the start of the 70th. In this case, it would have been Season of the Force, which is soon. Uh, the Wall animatronic, whenever that debuts, whenever Small World debuts, because maybe a month leading up to that day, it just not might not open for whatever reason. Uh, yeah, it's getting hard. It's kind of what, dude. I haven't felt it be this hard ever, Danny. I feel like we're in the hardest time of getting a reservation. Uh, we need a Cobra Kai update. I have like 4 episodes left of the last season. I'm right there. It's hard. Went to Universal today. So many changes in CityWalk. What is going to replace iFly? We keep hearing security, some type of security, possible temporary entrance, which is even that sounds ridiculously, speculation. Nobody knows. Nothing has been officially announced, so it's just an unknown. But we'll see. Kathy, thank you for the food and wine recommendation. The Hawaiian pizza is fire. If I could somehow make it back to food and wine, I almost want to get another slice because I don't know if I'll make it back. uh, Maui Mama, if you could have one ride attraction from each Disney park around the world come to California, what would you choose? It would not replace any current rides or plan for future rides. Is there one or two rides, Danny, from other Disneys that would be just perfect to bring to Disneyland?
I really would love to have Tron here.
Oof,
Um,
bring it.
I love I love riding Tron. It's a great thrilling roller coaster. Doesn't make people nauseous. It's like just fun. It's like a fun roller coaster. I know it's kind of on the shorter side. It's like less than 3 minutes, but it's still pretty fun, and it's a cool look to have here. So I would love if that could be here. Um, and I would say maybe besides that, I kind of wish we'd have the Shanghai Pirates, but like it would be weird to have two pirates. So
I know.
I would say maybe the Mystic Manor ride.
Yeah, Mystic Manor. One that like really calls my brain is that Winnie the Pooh dark ride from Tokyo. Uh, who ca- who cares about the Winnie the Pooh we got currently? We need that version or an updated version of that Winnie the Pooh from Tokyo. And the second ride, without a doubt, Cosmic Rewind. Cosmic Rewind, Winnie the Pooh. Honestly, too, that Beauty and the Beast is, or honestly, the what's it called? The something to the center Earth in Tokyo, Danny. What is that ride called?
Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Journey to the Center of the Earth. I would love that. That ride's epic. I honestly, I wish we could have Florida's Jungle Cruise. Their Jungle Cruise goes hard. Um, let me see. Let me see. I booked the 28th weeks ago off Danny's recommendation just for Star Wars firework projection debut. Yeah, good thing you did that. Uh, we might not be able to get that Friday or whatever, or Saturday. It's sad that when you want to guarantee a date at Disneyland, you need to buy a day ticket. Yeah, that's pretty much the only way now. John Boo Super Chat. Is there a schedule or a way to anticipate when Disneyland closes at 10 or 12? Yes, right? You just
Well,
Disneyland website?
until they go into the off season, it's pretty much 10 during the week, 12 during the weekends. 12 is on the weekends is like Friday, Saturday, Sunday usually. So just you can kind of guess that. I think they don't switch to summer hours until Memorial Day, and that's not until May. So we can expect a switch back and forward, but just know if you're going during the week, likelihood is it's going to be closing around 10 or earlier, even if there's like a special event or something going on.
Yeah. The, the only way, like,
especially with Star Wars nights coming up. Like we're
I
gonna have Disneyland
know.
close early some nights too. So
Disneyland closing at 7, right? I think.
hmm
You could always go to the website and in Ticket and Parks, see all hour and event calendar. That would be your best bet because you could like click on days and stuff, like what day you want to go, change date. There you go. Like we'll go to the furthest it lets me go right now is April 27th. So April 27th, Disney California Adventure is open until 10. And Disneyland is open till 12. Wow, there you go. Mm-mm-mm. That's the best way to do it. Uh, I love it when Disneyland closes late, but I need a reservation to enjoy it. I need a reservation.
we
Um,
got a question from Rudio in the chat. He says,
Rudio,
Mondo, how did we end up with Timu Frankenstein at this multi-billion-dollar epic universe?
dude, we got to talk about it. Have you seen it, Daddy? I
I
can't
have not.
unsee it. I can't unsee it. Uh, so let's give a little context. Uh, People, I don't know what rules are changing. I don't know where these rules are coming from, but I guess the team members in Epic Universe, if you took a photo with Photo Pass, I don't know what they call their Photo Pass, but Photo Pass, you could actually post it on social media now. So people are posting photos from the ground at Epic Universe. So you're getting on ground photos. And somebody posted, it was Speculation Matt. Let me start off with that. Shout out to Speculation Matt, awesome person to follow, HHN everything. So this picture was posted. Even the meet and greets, people are posting everything right now. So we got to look at Bride, and then this is Frankenstein. But it was swirling everywhere. And this right here from Kevin Heimbach. Uh, I can't unsee it, Danny. where where do you stand on the Frankenstein look, Danny?
I kind of like that they're using prosthetics. Maybe the chin's a little bit bigger than it needs to be, but I like that they're using like the prosthetics route. It's like they're putting some money into the meet and greet rather than just painting someone's face. You know what I mean?
Or like a mask, like in Hollywood. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because
So
that's
they
what somebody said in the comments. Like, hey, they're putting money into it. It's just not working out right now. They're for sure going to work out whatever the look. This obviously is Frankenstein, but something's off. Uh, yeah.
Do you have any updates, Mondo, for anyone about Universal Fan Fest nights? Anything that we haven't already shared?
Nothing other than they did drop a commercial, but it was no meat on the bone. No meat on the bone.
No meat on the
Uh,
bone. When's the first Fan Fest night? April?
yeah, it's like it might be like April 20th or something. Fan Fest nights. So many days to remember. April 25th. April 25th.
Okay, so we're
Thank
about
gosh.
over a month away.
So here's a comparison of the Hollywood and then Epic Universe Frankenstein. You know, he looks good. It's just it's off. Hopefully they work that out. I'm just so used to looking at our Frankenstein, Danny, because in Orlando they don't have a walking Frankenstein. It's not normal to have these Universal monsters walk around. But very cool, very cool. Um, Let me see. We got Flex Wash Auto Detail. Let's go. Rick! Gifted event. If you need your car auto, or your auto, you need your car detailed, Rick is the guy. Check out his Instagram. It's the same, if I'm not mistaken. Check out his Instagram. Awesome dude. 5 bars of Rick, man. All right, so but thank you for the gift of membership, Rick. Yeah, FanFest. There's nothing. It's kind of a tough one because it's like they don't want to reveal stuff right now. I could only assume we're within a couple weeks of stuff really being revealed, so you could be like, oh, that's okay. That's what FanFest is. Because it's a new event, so like we don't have nothing to really go off of, and like, oh, it's gonna be like that. Would Memorial Day have its own fireworks? I don't think so, right?
Not normally, not that I know of.
The only one, like, if I could really think off the top of my head that does like special Memorial Day fireworks or something, it's like SeaWorld. I could have sworn SeaWorld might do stuff. I don't know, but not Disneyland. Um, I don't think Knott's is doing anything. We need an extraterrestrial alien encounter back. Did you ever have a chance to do that one, Danny, at Walt Disney World?
I didn't. I did the Stitch one, but not the alien counter.
That was the scary one,
Yeah.
the alien encounter.
Yeah, I mean, people kind of got scared in the Stitch one, in all honesty.
The Stitch
But
one was scary?
well, only because like it did it did that thing where like the speakers would get really close to your ear, and then
Uh,
stuff would touch your face and stuff, and it was pitch black and you didn't know what was happening.
ah.
So, but if it was like when it was the alien encounter, it was like scary plus that, you know. So
I can't believe Disney did that. We got a great question from Mr. Geek Out. What do you think of Lilo and Stitch action movie? What do you think about Stitch, Danny? Where do you stand on this trailer that took over the world?
yeah, I mean, for what we saw so far, it looks pretty true to the cartoon, which is what people like really want when they see like a live action remake. So that's kind of cool. I think they either had a make or break moment with the way Stitch was going to look, and people really liked the way he looks. So because that could have broken it, right? Like it broke the first Sonic right
It,
away, you
it,
know.
it would have just been pure hate for days, just hate. Like, we hate how Stitch looks. This is horrible.
Yeah, so it's I think it's gonna do good. I think people really love the little actress that's playing Lilo. So I think there's no complaints from anyone. It's probably gonna be one of the two movies that saves Disney this year box office wise because they're gonna have Avatar and they're gonna have this movie. So I think both of those will come through for them.
Dude, heavy hitters. I keep forgetting
Mhm.
Avatar's coming.
Yep.
Gosh, Avatar. This would be so good. Uh, Let me see. I've been told media preview for Fan Fest starts like a week or more earlier. Yeah, I haven't heard nothing. I hope I do hear something. I told Danny if I'm able to bring somebody, I'm going to bring Danny for Fan Fest. So if there's a media event, me and Danny will be there. Melissa wanted to shout out Bowman and thank him for the gift and membership. Bowmania! Cheers, Bowmania. Falble, Mondo, my birthday, March 31st. Would that be gnarly day of crowds? How's the parks been recently? The 31st is a Monday, Danny. Do you expect big crowds? I'm just going to
Yeah.
say yes.
Unfortunately, nowadays Monday's the worst day. Actually,
It really is. It
yeah.
really is, dude.
It's literally it's not even joking. Like Sunday and Monday are the worst 2 days that you can go.
Yeah. I know this is asking a lot. Rope drop, which, traveling, getting up early, it sucks. It's cold. But rope dropping really goes a long way because, those things that are important to you, food, experience, or ride, you get to knock them out. And before the craziness comes. Um, it'll be busy since some schools will be off for Cesar Chavez Day. Dang, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. As someone who hates these live action remakes, Disney does, this is one that looks the most promising. Danny, I didn't know. Jared was telling me that Lilo and Stitch was like first budgeted to be a Disney Plus show. Do you know any more info on stuff like that? I
No,
didn't
I
know that.
didn't. I didn't know that either.
Yeah, it was supposed to have been a Disney Plus show. That's why I didn't have like the highest of budget. But Yeah, I'm excited to see Lilo and Stitch because it's true to the cartoon. It's literally a replica. So if they don't steer far off from that, it's going to be good. Leo, I hear Raising Cane's is coming to CityWalk. How do you think it will do?
It's
I'll go
gonna
with
do.
Danny. Go with Danny.
It's gonna do incredibly, and it's in the best possible location for people walking by. And like on nights where they have Halloween Horror Nights and people just want something quick, on that, it's not like they don't have things that are quick, right? But the thing about Universal Studios, at least the way it's set up right now in City Walk, all the quick stuff is like upstairs, and unless you know it's up there, you're not going. So every single person who only comes to Halloween Horror Nights one time a year and they don't go to Universal any other time, they're just gonna see Raising Canes and they're gonna be like, let's just get that something quick.
They got the prime real estate.
Yeah.
Do you think it's just going to translate well? Like,
Yeah, Raising Canes is going viral right now. It's really they've really cemented a place. Like it's weird. It's almost like the trend I've seen lately with like all these different things. It's like something comes out and then um like a cheaper version of that popular thing. So like Chick-fil-A was out, right? But like now Chick-fil-A is like really expensive and it's not always like the most affordable place to go, and it's um you know people don't always want to choose that location. So Raising Cane's comes around, it wasn't as popular, but then it starts to become popular and kind of like took over. And now I feel like if you ask people what they would prefer that over Chick-fil-A, they're gonna pick Cane's probably. And like the sauce has become viral, people love the sauce, and so a lot of people who are traveling from out of the country, that are coming to the U.S., they want to try Raising Cane's too. So being that Universal Studios is one of the tourist destinations, what better place to have where tourists are going to be right there. So
yeah, yeah. Dude, how's Raising Cane's getting a million likes? Damn.
dude, they are viral right now. Their founders like just
Dude.
they're knowing what to do, dude.
Wow. How many followers they got? 1.6 million. Damn. Um, I have been on the Raising Cane bandwagon from the beginning.
You
Uh,
have, and then we have Hiram in the chat saying no, Dave's Hot Chicken would be better. I don't know.
I'm not
Mondo
a fan. I don't like Dave's Hot Chicken. I don't like.
Mondo and I are trying to go to the bathroom weird, and that's all Dave Hot Chicken does. But
Hot chicken ain't it, dude. For me, it ain't it. I don't know. I'm not a
it's
fan.
not it's not it. I don't want to be
Yeah.
eating red chicken, you know what I mean? Like it's not. I don't know. I don't. I feel like Dave's Hot Chicken is just like they literally copied everything that Raising Cane's is, but they just made it hot. Like they have the same kind of fries, they have the toast. It's like literally a carbon copy of Cane's, but they just make it hot. So it's
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the hot.
like all Raising Cane's has to do is just offer hot chicken option, and like Dave's Hot Chicken, what do they have? I don't know.
Nothing. Nothing. Uh,
Slander.
I've been on the bandwagon for Raising Cane's from the beginning, honestly, or whenever it came to like Anaheim area. Their portions got a lot smaller and they got way more expensive, and that's why I stopped going because I was like, I'm getting less and charging more. Why is I'm getting Disneyland everywhere I go these days? So I just stopped going to Raising Cane's. It's still delicious. I have no hate towards it. Um, I love their lemonade too. That lemonade is so damn good, so damn good. I think Raising Cane's, if it is true and it does come to Universal, it's going to be a slam dunk. It just has prime real estate. You're in this area where people have to look at you when they come in the park, and they have to look at you when you walk out of the park. So that's a double whammy right there. And anybody that comes to the movies, they got to look at Raising Cane's when they walk in that area. It's just super good real estate. I really feel it's going to impact um,
Sweet tea is busting. That's what I
Chocolate
didn't know.
Emporium. To some Chocolate Emporium. It's already struggling. and they got this pizza place coming, Raising Cane's coming. I don't know how Tucson Chocolate Emporium exists in like 2 years. Like I really don't. I don't. But yeah,
You know
that's
what?
my
You know
opinion.
what I think, Mondo? When it comes to Canes, I think the ultimate combo, like game changer, would like win the whole fast food thing. Is if Canes their fries look like Del Tacos, but Del Taco fries are like 10 million times better. So if Canes had Del Taco fries, they would just be like there'd be no reason to go anywhere else.
Game over.
And
Game
they look
over.
the same, but they just taste so different.
Gosh. Is there like something they could add to the menu to like make it Hollywood? Like I don't know. I don't know what would be maybe like a Hollywood exclusive sauce. That would be cool if they did something like that.
Well, someone when we brought it up, I think last week, if you go into like the Cane's restaurants, they do post a lot of like historical images and stuff inside the restaurant, like for the area that they're in. Like they're
Yeah.
very big on like that. So someone last week was mentioning, I saw it in the chat, but we didn't have a chance to pull it up. That they were hoping that when Universal made their location here, that they would focus on the history of Hollywood and the history of Universal Hollywood specifically,
Oh,
as far as like inside the restaurant and like the photos they hang up and stuff for you to look at.
that'd be cool. That'd be cool. I think it's going to be a great move. Um, for whatever reason, Raising Canes is like the young person thing right now. Do you feel that way?
It is, yeah, very much so.
Yeah, it's like how McDonald's was to us 20 years ago. I don't know. I feel like the younger crowd is not all about McDonald's. Like they don't care about McDonald's. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but like, are 20-year-olds like, let's go to McDonald's? They're most likely like some mom and pop we've never heard of, or Raising Cane's for whatever reason. Raising Cane's is hot. It's very hot. We got gifted membership. Virginia Lake. Thank you, Virginia. And it went to Leo Garcia. Let's go. Thank you, Virginia. Five Fires, let's go. What I missed, thank you to who recommended the Looney Tunes movie. Watched it today, very enjoyable. And they sneak in the adult jokes. I watched Looney Tunes today too. I watched it. I feel like the first two acts were pretty strong, very funny, very cool, and a lot of laughs, a lot of like WTF moments where you're just like, what the, you know what I mean?
Really?
The third act, Danny, it just kind of like falls apart, and you're just kind of like, what? This is where we went, and they try to put a twist on it, and then try to make it like a feel good story. It just kind of unraveled in not the best way, but overall I enjoyed it. It's what I expected at a Looney Tunes. It was just very cool to all of a sudden have Daffy Duck and Porky Pig be like the main characters of something at the movie theater. Unheard. I didn't even know that was going to be a thing, but I'm glad I supported it and watched it in the theater. If you like Looney Tunes, this will definitely like fulfill your happy for that, like your joy for it. We got Jamie Lynn, 26 months. Wow. Happy Sunday, everyone. Five Fires. Mondo, what do you hope replaces Supercharged on the studio tour? I want to ask Dan, have you heard anything, Danny? Any replacements? Some like rumblings? What could come? Where are you at? Where are you at? I think you're muted.
Am I?
No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think we talked about it last week a little bit, but I would love for it to ultimately mean expansion of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, or even something like dark universe related for Universal. Whether or not that's on the budget this time around, we don't know. I was talking to Jared and Mouse Vibes. They were saying that it seems like the easiest thing is just to kind of keep Fast and the Furious supercharged as is, and maybe make it like a Wicked themed finale for the Tram instead of a Fast and Furious finale. Nick brought up a good point from Mouse Vibes on their video. He was saying that the finale of the tram being like defying gravity and like the tram doing that whole scene would leave everyone with that song in their head as they're leaving the tram, and so it would be like a memorable moment for a lot of people. And so and they could even have like a gift shop with Wicked stuff at the end of it that would kind of help sell stuff too. So I feel like that's probably what we would see in the short term. And because there's a lot of other things they got to do first, right? They got to build a hotel, they got to fix CityWalk, they got to remove the tram from where it's at now, then they got to put the tram on the lower lot, and there's just a lot of stuff on the docket. I just don't know. Demolishing that and then expanding Universal is like really kind of in their wheelhouse right now, but maybe in the future.
Yeah. So if you care to find me, look to the western sky. I don't know. I can't. I don't know
Well,
the
and
beat.
Jared was saying too, it's like it'd be a really easy way to port it in, and then they could heavily promote that that's part of the tram during when For Good comes out next year. So it would be like a really good synergistic moment for them to not only have the meet and greet at the park, but having because the meet and greet will debut during FanFest nights, right? But then afterward could stick around or come back when the movie's going to come out. Plus, then they got the tram, and they could say, "Come to Universal and watch the movie, go on the tram, experience it all," kind of thing. So you never know.
Yeah. Um. My first reaction when I heard Fast and Furious was closing or Supercharge was closing, expansion, pave the way. All these keywords that we all want to believe in. Um, it's starting to feel. I don't want to burst the bubble. It's starting to feel like Supercharged might get rethemed as a temporary, just to get us to that next hump of where a true expansion comes, and maybe that building just gets demolished at that point. So I'm kind of like bracing myself that Supercharged is just going to get rethemed. Um, there's been some rumblings in the air. Wicked is one. Uh, I don't know how, but ET has been in the rumblings. Lots of people are hoping Back to the Future. Um, Somebody was saying too, Danny, that maybe they do a ending where like you're just going into different movies, kind of like Soaring over California, Soaring over Hollywood. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see whatever it becomes. Uh, I'm cool with it if it's a retheme just for a temporary. Sign me up. Uh, it is really nice right now not having Supercharged though, because I get 10, 15 more minutes to enjoy my day. We're not missing it. We're not missing it at all. Um, Let me see. Where are we at? Where are we at? Does Disneyland start working on the new parking structure this year?
I
Take a
hope
guess.
so.
They should have started working on that a year ago. Like that
I
project,
hope so.
they should have been on that, dude.
Hmm.
But yeah, I sure hope so. I don't know why they wouldn't. It needs to start. That parking structure is very important because this increased capacity. Where the hell do you put people? Um, yeah, especially if like Toy Story is supposed to become something else and not a parking lot. We
Hmm.
got Amy thinking ahead to Memorial Day weekend. Does Memorial Day get its own fireworks, or will it still be Wondrous Journey? So a lot of Memorial Day. Maybe a lot of people got booked that day. Wondrous Journey. It will not be nothing else. Wondrous Journey is what people are paying their ticket to go see. Uh, do you think they fly the characters this year, Danny? With it being the
I was
70th?
wondering that. I was wondering that. I don't know. What do you think?
I think they do because uh, for whatever reason, this is what I think. I think that union thing that kind of wrecked a lot of schedules for entertainment. I think it affected those characters that fly over the castle. That's what I think. I could be wrong. But maybe they figured something out for the 70th. It just doesn't feel right unless we have the Blue Fairy and Baymax. It adds so much more magic, and I would hope Disney wants the 70th to be as magical as possible. So I say yes. What do you say, Danny?
I say they do too, right? They're trying to, I think, pull out all the stops, and that's one of those stops. So I would say yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think they do. Um, Let me see. I'm just reading. It is right now. Wicked is streaming on Peacock. I don't have Peacock anymore, so it's like I don't know.
I don't have it either.
Um, Hiram says I would like to see How to Train Your Dragon replace Fast and Furious Supercharged for the ending. I would totally be on board. Let's get on that conversation, Danny. The How to Train Your Dragon. Have you seen the photos that have been coming out from Epic Universe?
Dude, yeah, they look amazing.
What I wish I don't have nobody to ask of like does this let me go to a picture so we could talk about it. Like all I kept thinking, this is from HHN speculation map, so credit to him. Does that dragon move or is it stationary? I've seen some people say that it has like a haptic vibration, kind of like breathing or like
Well,
purring or something. I don't know.
it his foot is on that rock. Does he does that foot that's on the rock, does that like pop up and like maybe he can touch
Oh, like it
someone, or
moves up, like
yeah, like maybe that one's puppetry and the other ones are stuck to the ground. You know what I mean?
dude. I have to say I don't know, dude. What do you think about the characters that are dressed up too, like to be kind of like the character host?
I like that. I like that. There was some, like, obviously she looks like the blonde girl from the movie. I don't know her name off the top of my head, but um, there was another picture that someone posted
Right,
of
right.
like this other of this other guy that I don't even know who it was, and I'd be like, I don't know if I'd want him in my photo because I was like, that doesn't look like anything. You
He
know what I
looked
mean?
like a
I would rather.
Viking, right? I think that's the one you're talking about. Just a random Viking.
Yeah, there was like a random Viking guy that had like double horns, and I'm just like, can we just not? It looks like he's just another person like
He's
wearing a
probably from the
costume.
movie. We just don't know.
Yeah, even this is this supposed to be Hiccup, or I don't know what is that? Is
No,
that
it is.
Hiccup?
It is. No, that's him.
Um,
Yeah, that's him. All I keep thinking is like, dude, that guy's like full. Like, it's hot in Florida. I don't know how they're going to be pulling off a lot of these outfits in Florida, dude. I just don't know.
the heavy boot.
Yeah. The one that surprised me was God, I think it was Speculation Matt, if I'm not mistaken. Let me back out real quick. Uh, Someone posted a picture of Invisible Man. Dude, yes, it was Matt. It was Matt.
Oh,
Right,
Danielle was saying.
dude.
Danielle Rucker was saying it might be like the dad, like the big kind of bulky Viking guy.
Oh, okay, okay, that makes sense.
I
Uh,
just like I didn't know, like, just by looking at it, I was just like, oh, this is kind of weird.
what do you
I
think
just
about?
assumed that every single photo would either be with Astrid or would be with like Hiccup. You know what I mean?
That's what I thought too. I was surprised it went beyond that. What about Invisible Man, Daddy? This guy, whatever they're paying him, he needs like 20 more bucks, dude. Brutality. How can you pull that off in Florida, dude? In the day. In the day. Crazy.
Dying, dying.
Maybe he'll be like a night character come like the extreme heat time. But even at night, it sucks. It's like 95 at night. I don't know. I don't know how this dude's going to pull it off. Maybe he just becomes like an indoor character. We'll see. We'll see. Uh, Let me see. Let me see. Um, I'm just reading. Isn't there gonna be drones and dragons flying around? Yes. They're
Yes,
gonna
there is. There
le-
is.
they're gonna legitimately have dragons flying over the sky, and if I'm not mistaken, it's multiple. It's multiple dragons. All right, let's move on real quick, Danny. I want to get to something that we both partaked in. I want to talk about Boysenberry Festival. Well, we had a chance to do Boysenberry Festival Media Day. We got a chance to check out the merch. We got the Spirit jersey, this incredible lounge fly. I'm glad I'm not into lounge flies because I would be broke. They come out with so many that you're just like impulse buy. But they got this cool shirt, which me and Danny were shocked about it, that they're celebrating the 10th anniversary of Boysenberry. And the reason we're saying surprise because like we both thought Boysenberry Festival was like 20 plus years. Like they've been doing this since 1955 for all we know. But we also got word too that this character right here that we're looking at is going to be a meet and greet next year. Who knows why they couldn't do it this year, but it's going to be a meet and greet next year. Um, and then let me keep going. This too was a very big deal. This premium boysenberry preserve. I can't wait to try that out. Um, and then we got the good old Snoopy. Sadly, only media gets to meet Snoopy in this outfit. It's been proven.
I was saying, if
Um,
you go back to that preserve Mondo real quick, um,
bam.
the merchandise guy that was there was telling us about it. He was basically saying that they got the original recipe because they have access to it, right? Like it's weird. Like a long time ago, the Knott's Berry Farm family sold off the Knott's Jam brands to someone else, and then now I think that brand is being like bankrupt or absolved into another thing, but it has nothing to do with Knott's at all anymore. Even though it
Yeah.
says Knott's on it, it has nothing to do with Knott's. So the Berry Market stuff is made by Knott's, and specifically they got.
Dude, I just noticed that. Awesome, dude. I'm mind blown. I didn't even realize this, Danny. Keep going. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
But I was just gonna say he told us that they had gotten um, their hands on the original recipe of the original boysenberry preserve like recipe, and they had been working on this for months to try to get it to be as similar and as close to it with like the least amount of ingredients as possible as the original boysenberry preserve from like 100 plus years ago from the original Knott family. And so he said that this is the closest they've ever got to that original recipe from Mrs. Cordelia Knott. And so they said that they're very excited specifically about this one. He like made sure to highlight it to everyone. So I'm excited to get a jar of this and try it because it'll be. I don't know if it's going to come out early. Knott's tends to put some of this stuff out early, but it will debut for Boysenberry Festival not this week coming up, but the week after, same weekend as Star Wars Season of the Force. But
Yep.
yeah, it was crazy. Like Mondo was saying,
I
it's
didn't
only been
realize
10
Berry
years.
Market. That's awesome. That's really cool, dude. Wow. Dude, that didn't click with me when I read that. Um, I can't wait to see what else they come up with. This is probably the one of many. Uh,
Yeah, it's weird because they can't call it Knott's Jelly because they don't own that anymore. So
yeah.
they called it Berry Market because that's the name of the store that's there in on property at Knott's Berry Farm. So basically, I'm excited to try this. I hope they have like um this inside the park as well as over at the store in so people who aren't going to the park can still get it. But it was crazy for us to find out that the Boysenberry Festival was only 10 years old because, like we thought, it did seem so much older than that. But the festival thing's only been recently. They've had like little Boysenberry kind of like parties and stuff like that, but it's never been like the actual festival since just 2015. So it's been
Yeah.
a little bit. But yeah, that the logo that Mondo showed us on that T-shirt, that's their. They had an artist like do that for them. The stained glass motif. They had that not only on the shirt, but they had another version of it for the pin. I love that shirt. I hope they sell it as a print. I will be buying that shirt. I love the color of the shirt. I think the logo looks so cool as stained glass. But I think that'd be a really awesome print. And then I have here on mine, they gave us their other stained glass art, which is their pin for the Knott's Berry Farm Boysenberry Festival, and it says 10 years on it. And it also highlights, I think it says, was it 2015 to 2025? This pin, you can't buy it. You can only get it with their package that Knott's does, where you buy the Boysenberry Festival t-shirt, and then you get the pin along with it for free.
Yeah.
So that's the only way you can get that pin. But it all starts next week on the 28th. I actually shared on my story.
2 weeks, like a week and a half. Week and a half. 2 weeks.
Yeah, a week and a half. Yeah, I actually shared on my story yesterday that if you're a season pass holder, they're offering a really good deal right now on the tasting card. It's only like $48 if you buy it online as a season card, but you have to do it online in advance. It doesn't look like they're going to be doing season pass discount in person. So, and it's a pretty good deal too. So if you think about the portion sizes and the fact that you can use your tasting card on alcohol at Knott's, $48 is pretty much a steal if you're trying to do the tasting card and share it. So
Yeah, and you get the alcohol or the alcohol portion of the tasting tab thing takes it to another level because it just adds so much value. Yeah, you're all of a sudden getting things that are like $18-$20 for a tasting tab. Um, did anything stand out to you in the food? You know, when we were looking at it, not tasting it necessarily, but when we were looking at it, anything stand out to you, Danny?
yeah, there was as far as what we looked at, the thing that stood out to me right away was the barbecue chicken pizza. We were all fans of that here. So it wasn't barbecue, it was a Hawaiian pizza again. That was a boysenberry Hawaiian pizza right there. So that one I'm excited to try. The other one was that burger that's next to the pizza, because I'm sure that's probably going to be at Sutter's, and Sutter's burgers just aren't missing these days.
I
They're just
know.
all really good. They're just all really good. The other one was the beef tips on top of mashed potatoes. I was just talking to Jared about how the mashed potatoes at Knott's are so good, and he made a mention of it, saying that that's because Knott's actually peels all of their potatoes and then mashes them, versus like, other theme parks or, quick places like this that would probably just use like a powder, you know, form of mashed potato where you add water and then it turns into potatoes kind of situation. That's why there's like skins in the potatoes. But the beef tips, the boysenberry barbecue sauce beef tips on top of the mashed potatoes looked good. The other one that looked really good was the birria like slider that you dip into the consomme, which the consomme was actually boysenberry flavored, and that's what you dip it in. Sounds gross, kind of, if you know what birria is, but the execution of it and taste of it was amazing. So it doesn't, like, when you think about birria and like what it tastes like and consomme, and if you think about adding like a boysenberry flavor to it, you might be like, that's disgusting. But it was so good that Mondo ate like 3 of them.
Yeah, like, I was so
There was not.
hungry. I was starving at that meet. I
I
knew we were gonna
know.
eat. I knew we were gonna eat at the media event. So I was like, I'm gonna wait till we get to the media event. I'm just gonna pound this boysenberry stuff. Let me see if I can find it. Where that consomme one is. Um, where is it? The consomme one is it's like a tasting tab, right? That's a tasting tab
It
one.
is. It's a tasting tab one, so it's a little bit further down.
Let me see. Where's this consomme? Look, there's the beef tips, right? No, that's the
No, that's the salsa verde one
salsa
that you
verde.
that you didn't really like.
I did not like the salsa verde boysenberry thing at all. That shrimp right here, that was my number one item. I I'm shocked as much as anybody to say shrimp and knots, but that was fire. I really enjoyed that.
Oh, right next to it is the boysenberry barbecue beef tips with the mashed
Yeah,
potato.
there it is. I knew we got a video of it. Lasagna. I was too full to try the lasagna. Boysenberry Parmesan. Boysenberry everything. They literally have boysenberry everything out here. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that this one grew on me. I didn't like it, like I was all about it right away, but it grew on me. Where's the consomme? There it
Right there.
is.
There it is. And
There
you
it
can see the
is.
sliders aren't very big, so eating three of those is not very hard to do.
Gosh, I keep skipping it. Hold on. Beef birria loaded fries.
They're right there.
Yeah, there it is. This one's gonna be a banger too. Boysenberry sausage on a hoagie.
And the birria loaded fries will probably be really good too.
These are tasting tabs, I guess. Yeah, no, Boysenberry Festival. I've done a lot of these. This one looks very promising. A lot of great stuff. Tasting tab and probably meal plan. It's all going to be very interesting. And to me, the one that really shined, Danny, was the dessert aspect of things. Talk to people about these right here. We actually tried this.
Yeah. We tried Mondo tried all three of these. I didn't try the cheesecake for obvious reasons, but um we tried the rhubarb bar with boysenberry drizzle on top, and then we tried the stuffed boysenberry pie cookie. The cookies seem to be like a hit. Anyone that goes to Knott's, boysenberry pie is like a staple, and especially during the festival, I love getting like a slice of boysenberry pie. So good. The rhubarb was very much taking me by surprise because I know what rhubarb is, but I've never had it. I know that when you go to Mrs. Knott's chicken dinner, when you get their chicken dinner, it comes with like a full course of like, you get this starter and then this other starter, and you choose between these two, and then you get a dessert, and it's like all included in part of the price. And one of the things that you can choose from is like the chicken noodle soup or like the rhubarb, and like almost no one picks the rhubarb, but I know it's like a traditional pairing. I know it's a traditional pairing and something that Knott's has always served since like the beginning when they had their chicken dinner restaurant. And I know rhubarb pie is like a normal thing in the South, but I've never had it. But this rhubarb bar was so good.
It
Like
was
I
shocking good.
I ate
Shockingly
two of
good.
them. It wasn't that big when we ate it. It was like
Yeah,
a
it
little
was like
bar.
1/4 of that. Like this thing in person is huge. It's like a block.
Yeah, that
Boom.
thing in person, like the one that you're actually going to get and buy from the bakery, is like the size of your hand.
Yeah, no,
So
easy.
it's huge, and that cookie too is
This
very good.
cookie was a low key like home run.
Yeah,
Stuffed boysenberry pie cookie. Delicious. It was delicious. All these three right here were delicious. The cheesecake was all good. It was all really good. I'm excited. I'm very excited. Um, One thing that Noah asked me, he's like, were you like chewing on seeds and stuff? As you were like eating your foods. Did that happen to you, Danny? Because
no. The only thing I would say maybe you might encounter that in is like the boysenberry pie cookie, because that had actual like boysenberry preserves like stuffed into it,
yeah,
and but that's like I feel like when you're having a pie with like pie filling, like that's just par for the course, right? But like all the food that has boysenberry on it, it's typically just like a boysenberry like flavored sauce or
yeah.
flavoring that's put into the item. So there's no like preserves, right? You're not tasting like the seeds or anything on it like
Hmm.
that.
Yeah, for me, I did notice it, but it wasn't until like after the fact where Noah like mentioned it. Like, were you spitting out little things? It's boysenberry seeds. It happened to me. I can't even recall which one it was, but yeah, it wasn't a problem. I didn't have an issue. Becca with the super chat. Are the food lines long at this festival for Boysenberry Festival? Uh, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. Usually, when you go to the booths and stuff, no problem. If you do like the quick service, so like you go to I don't know Sutter's or Boardwalk Barbecue, where those quick service, those might be long. That'll be long because the meal plan. It's a different ball game. Wherever the meal plans are, packed. It's always packed.
Yeah. The tasting card does have redeemable locations that are also quick serve restaurants, right?
Hmm.
Like some of those fries that we're seeing that have like the birria fries and stuff like that. Like those are probably going to be from Papa Loca, and that's a quick serve location, right? That you can use your meal plan on. And who knows, those fries could be a meal plan option. We just don't really know yet until they post the list. Or maybe they did post a list already. I haven't seen it
I
yet.
feel like our Knott's Adventure has it.
Yeah, I think they did post a list. But if it's like Mondo said, if it's a location where you can also go with your meal plan,
Packed.
then it's gonna have a long line.
Yeah.
That's a long line. But if it's like those booths, like the booth they set up in the back area where Scary Farm normally is, and then like the booths they set up around like the Ghost Town stage and stuff like that, like those will be um no, like the lines won't be as bad because they don't have like there's no way to use your plan there. So
Yeah. The booths, I've never waited like 30 minutes or never. Uh, you're not waiting very long because usually it's like it's already warmed up or they're cooking it as is right now and they just serve it to you right then and there. They're very fast on the Boysenberry Festival. We got a question from Lord Shazeth. Does Knott still have Donkey Kong stuff, led animals at their carnival games? They have all. It changes all the time, but they got like Pokemon and all sort. It maybe they have Donkey Kong. It always changes. They'll sell anything. Same thing as Six Flags. They got Mario Kart. A Mario Kart game. I don't even know how that's possible, but they got a Mario Kart game. Uh, is that Will guy worker there? He's like the guy from The Hanging. The Hanging?
no, Wilf is like the director of food operations. He's like the man in charge of like all their food stuff.
Yeah.
So he's definitely not in the hanging.
He's the head honcho. If
Yeah.
anything, he probably like is in charge of the hanging. Like, yeah, no, Will, awesome guy. We've known him so long. Super knowledgeable. Always willing to help us out with any questions. Very kind
Yeah,
person.
and he's a huge theme park fan himself, so he loves all this stuff just in general. Arnott's Adventure in the chat says, Mondo, the birria stuff is actually all at Wilderness Dogs. Is Wilderness Dogs the same as Wilderness Broiler? Did they change the name?
Wilderness dogs. What the heck is that?
Is Wilderness
Is
Broiler now,
Wilderness Dog by Timber Mountain Log Ride?
or is Wilderness Broiler now Wilderness Dogs?
What the heck is Wilderness Dogs? I don't know where Wilderness Dogs is. Is Wilderness Dogs Camp Snoopy? Or am I tripping?
Oh, the official name for Wilderness Broiler, Mondo, is Wilderness Dogs and Drinks.
What? Are you serious? There was a name
Yeah.
change? We lost Wilderness Broiler.
Yep, she said formerly Wilderness Broiler.
What? I have so many great memories at Wilderness Broiler. I grew up with Wilderness Broiler. That's crazy. Wow. Oh, they did the switch because Papa's Locas and they saw. Yep, that's right. I forgot, but I didn't know there was a name change. That's wow. Wilderness Dogs. Damn. So you get the Bijria by
Calico River Rapids.
Calico River Rapids. You got to go down that way. Pony Express. Damn, dude, that shook me. FL Vlogs. Cucumber lemon was good, not sweet or sugary. Perfect for a nice warm day. Talk about the drinks real quick. We got to try two of them. We got to try not the alcohol, but just drinks. Talk about them,
Yeah,
Daddy.
we had a cucumber boysenberry lemonade and a lavender boysenberry lemonade. Typically, if I hear the word lavender in a drink, I know I'm not going to like it just because to me, lavender tastes like soap. And just like some people can't have like cilantro, which is crazy because I'll put cilantro on literally anything and
Me
I love
too.
it. But some people think it tastes gross, right? And so for me, that's how I feel about lavender. Lavender tastes like soap. I feel like lavender should only be in soaps and like scented stuff. So it's weird so I didn't like that lemonade, and someone tried to tell us it was good, and I didn't think it was. but the cucumber lemonade was really, really good. And Mondo had another one of those actually too. It was so good. Very refreshing. Cucumber itself is very refreshing. So putting that in a boysenberry lemonade was just like a win for sure.
Yeah, I loved it. I didn't even want to taste the lavender boysenberry thing. I'm good. I already know I don't like lavender. Um, but the cucumber one, man, I would totally get it. It was very delicious. Do we know when Nightmares Revealed and Knott's will be this year? As far as I know, we do not. We know Scary Farm. We have
Yeah.
that, but
Yeah. And someone else mentioned it in the chat too earlier. I think it was maybe FL Vlogs or someone else, but um, they did the merchandise gentleman did give us a little bit of a preview, and he said that the tribute store this year for Not Scary Farm would be better than it's ever been, and it would be a huge element during this year's event. So they said that they're going to have better merch than they've ever had, and they're really, really excited about Scary Farm this year. So we got really excited, like getting a taste of horror this early. And now we know, we already also too have a huge anticipation this year for Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios with the rumors of what might be coming there. So hearing that Knott's is also stepping up, this might be like our 2019 year all over again. We're like both
Evander
our
versus Holyfield.
livers. Yeah. Our 2019 year where Universal Studios, Hollywood's Halloween Horror Night, and Knott's just had like banger years both of those years. So remember that was when they debuted like Origins and
Yeah,
like
everything.
it's so good.
What was that 2019 year? I want to look it up, Danny. 2019 Knott's
I think it was Origins and Waxworks.
mazes. Let me see. There's always
No,
info.
it was Origins. It was Origins in the Depths, or was it Waxworks in the Depths? I don't even
So,
remember.
let me close
Oh,
this.
it was Waxworks. It was Waxworks and what else?
Where are the mazes? I want to see the mazes.
Well, the logo.
Oh,
The
right here,
logo they
Danny.
showed.
We had Dark Ride, Dark
That
Entity,
was the old one. Dark Entities. That's what it was.
Origin, The Curse of Calico, Paranormal Link, Pumpkin Eater, Shadowlands, Special Ops Infected, The Depths, Waxworks,
Dude,
2019.
that was that was an amazing lineup. Paranormal
This
Inc.
is a God year right here.
Yeah,
We have not, since this year, Scary Farm hasn't been that good. That was ridiculously God year right here.
dude. Dark Ride. Every single maze on that list is a banger.
Banger. It was banger.
Pumpkin Eater was my favorite maze. So, and Shadowlands was really scary too.
Well, Shadowlands went hard that year, dude. They went
It
hard.
did. It did.
Oh, Paranormal Inc. Damn, the memories.
You
Uh,
loved Paranormal Inc.
I feel like I still hated Dark Entities back then.
Yeah, Dark Entities was never like, even like in its first year, Dark Entities really like the thing about Dark Entities is that like that maze is totally made or broken by how many actors are there, and if they have a
Yeah.
lot of call outs or if there's people on rotation for like breaks and stuff, the maze is just really boring. And so it just kind of always fell victim to that. Like they would start the year strong, and then towards the end of the season, when like people they would have attrition, like characters would leave or whatnot. The maze just got really light, and that maze just can't really. There's not really a lot to do in that maze if you
Yeah.
don't have the actors there.
Dark Entities did go hard for its final year, and that was
Mhm.
awesome. I truly enjoyed it. Truly, dude,
Dark Ride.
I haven't looked at this in a long time. This is great right here. Like if you told
Remember
me
Dark Ride?
this was coming this year, I'd be like, let's go. Special Ops, baby. That's all I'm gonna do. Special Ops and Paranormal Link. I'm just gonna loop those back to back. Oh man. Brian says I'm gonna go ahead and say Nightmares Revealed is gonna be between August 26th or the 28th. There are only 2 weeks between Midsummer and HHN opening, so it has to be before September. Yeah, I don't doubt we're getting
Yeah.
really
And
Midsummer.
Yep, and Brian also brought up a good point, Mondo. Knott's merch last year was like 40% Elvira merch.
Elvira.
It was crazy, and I feel like too, and Mondo mentioned this early on. Like you couldn't just go in to the tribute store and get a Widow shirt.
Yeah, yeah.
They didn't have like just a Widow shirt. You had to get like Spider merch. It
I
was
almost
like
want to say the
weird.
same thing played out too in Grimoire. I was like, I just want a Grimoire hoodie. I can't even get it. Like, I feel like
Yeah,
that's what it was. Um, the merch guy, he really made it sound like they're going hard. They're going
he
hard.
did.
And I want to say this too because I feel this conversation was like before the camera was going. The merch guy, we're just gonna call him the merch guy. The merch guy, he said like his eyes opened up. Uh, Scary Farm will be going extremely hard next year. He didn't give us a reason or nothing. He said the merch, just whatever's coming for Not Scary Farm, they're going hard. Do you remember when he said that, Danny?
Yeah, I just want to clarify. You said next year. He means this year, like this
No,
year's Scary Farm.
he said next year. That dude said
Oh,
next year.
not this
No, he
year.
said this year too. He was when we were on. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
But like before we turned on like the camera and we're filming, he was like, "Dude, next year is gonna be nuts. Like you're not ready." And I was like, "What? All this next year talk?" Because that's what he mentioned about the Boysenberry meet and greet. Like I can't Boysen Betty. I want to call her
yeah.
Boysenberry.
I think it was Barry Boysen or Betty
Barry
Boysen.
Boysen. Betty Boysen.
Betty Boysen.
Yeah. When I think of Boysen Betty, it's like a Call of Duty term. I can't something Betty that like pops out. It's like a mine that comes out of the ground. I don't know. I'm disregard. um, you know what that means? We won't know the full HHN lineup until 2 weeks before opening night. Yeah, it does have that feeling that's going to just be dragged all the way to the end. Uh, it is what it is. Is McDonald's coming back to Disney? I
I
haven't
hope
heard
so.
nothing. I've heard nothing. No, dude, Disney's going the opposite way. They're going fancy. They're going fancy with.
Elvira, the fam G Thrill said Elvira stuff was too much. I wish they had Widow stuff. Couldn't find any.
Trust me, we heard that a lot. I don't even know if there was a
Was there
widow's
like some
hoodie.
kind of like? Is there some kind of like copyright thing that prevented them from doing that?
Like widows? Nah, dude. They had a widow shirt. Maybe there was a rule, Danny, where they're like, we can't sell it to the public. You got to be in the event. I don't know. I don't know what they were. I don't know what they were doing with that one. I still want a widow shirt. I never even bought one. I wanted a widow's hoodie. I like having the hoodies. I like the hoodies. Uh, the merch guy said this year, but when his eyes really opened up and he was like, "This is gonna be crazy," he was talking about next year. The dude was talking about next year. Um, Let me see. What about the dragon for Phantasmic? Not crickets, dude. Crickets. Let me see. I was planning to go to the deli last week, but it was raining. Have you been hearing rave reviews for it almost there? What are we talking about? I just clicked. It was the newest comment. Danny, anything you want to talk about that we haven't hit just yet?
No, we talked about Berry Farm for the Boysenberry Festival, and then I did want to mention just like we talked about it briefly, all these different things that were happening, but I don't think people really had an understanding of just how heavy the construction was going to be. So right now, if you're staying or if you're planning to stay or staying at Disney's Grand Californian Hotel and Spa, just know that there's like so much construction there. They don't have an entrance to the theme park. According to Scott Gustin on Twitter, he was given a date sometime in May as far as that entrance reopening. So right now, your only entrance into Disneyland from the hotel, or into California Adventure, excuse me, from the hotel is through the Pixar Place hotel entrance, which is behind the Grand Californian Hotel. You can utilize that one to go in and out, but that's the signs inside California Adventure Park at the hotel's entrance say to utilize the main entrance. So they're directing you there. There's the entire hotel is being redone on the outside, so all the exterior finishes on the Grand Californian Hotel are being redone in sections. So there's a lot of scaffolding everywhere, a lot of painting, a lot of jackhammering going on. The pools are being redone. The slide is being redone and closed. The like I said, the entrance is closed. Napa Rose is closing in April. Storytellers Cafe is currently closed. So there's not a lot available there, and it's very much under construction. The rooms are being redone right now. All the rooms in the newer half of the hotel are closed and being redone, and then it takes so long at that hotel because they have well over 1,000 rooms. So they have to do it all in sections, and it just takes a long, long time. So if you are staying at the Grand Californian Hotel, just know there's a lot of construction. There's not a lot of dining available because it's all closed.
I know.
And it's not really clear on the website. Like they do indicate that there's construction going on, but they don't indicate like what exactly. So unless you're in the know, I would say avoid the Grand Californian right now if you are booking a trip, and I'd probably do Pixar Place, or I would do Disneyland Hotel instead.
Yeah. Um, did you ever get a look at what the storyteller situation is? Have you seen it?
No, from all we saw was when Theme Park IQ had shared the permit that Disney filed, they're planning on redoing the layout of the buffet. I know right now, just from being there myself with you and everyone else who, when we've gone to do it, as far as the characters go, intermingling with the buffet, it can get a little hectic right there with all the people waiting to get in at the front of the restaurant that are like stuck there at the podium, and then
Yeah.
the characters trying to go by, and then guests also at the same spot trying to enter the buffet. It's like all happening in one spot, and it's like a pinch point. And the characters kind of get stuck sometimes behind guests, and so I think they're reworking the layout of the buffet to be a little bit maybe further back so that it's not such a pinch point right there at the front of the restaurant. I don't know how much the decor is going to change. They didn't really share any of that with us, right? They only shared the look of what Napa Rose would look like. We know Napa Rose is going with a more masculine, dark, like very broody look compared to its more like feminine, flowery look that's there right now. um, I don't know if Storytellers Cafe is planning on changing all that much as far as decor. They had a lot of really intricate like wood carving design in there, so that would be sad to lose some of that stuff. But I'm sure some of it will change. You know.
Yeah. Uh, have you heard the rumor about storytellers just being full character dining? Brunch, lunch, dinner. Have you heard about that?
I have heard about that. It seems like they are. It seems like right now, because when you go to Storytellers Cafe, they have a sign that says Storytellers Cafe is available in the Trillium Room. And the Trillium Room are those ballrooms that you see when you walk in from the Grand Californian to downtown Disney right there. All those ballrooms on the right side. They use those temporarily for like a makeshift Storytellers Cafe. And then when Napa Rose closes, that's going to be a makeshift princess dining in the morning.
Yeah.
So I think they're probably using it right now, to your point, Mondo, to kind of get it like test in and see how they should do that when it comes time to do princess dining. Because right now, princess dining still happens at Napa Rose because it's still open.
Yeah. We got Janet. Happy Speculation Sunday. Mondo, Danny, are you guys planning on attending Midsummer Scream?
Mondo for sure is. I've never gone to Midsummer Scream, but I think this might be the first year I actually do it. So we'll see. We'll see. Mondo's always tried to get me to go.
Yeah, you
So
gotta go, Danny. At least the HHN day, like a one time, like go one day, the HHN day. That'll be the day to go.
I wanted to bring up this question too. Jess Lynn in the chat said, "Did they extend the time the Pixar Pier entrance is open? Went a week ago and it was only until 12 p.m." Yes, during this time when the DCA entrance for the Grand Californian is closed, they did. So that's a good point because that
Talk
change,
about that because that's a big deal right now for a lot of people.
yeah, that change happened not that long ago and it was kind of under the radar. But if you were staying at the Pixar Pier Hotel and you're trying to do Pixar Place Hotel and you're trying to do the Pixar Pier entrance, it was only open till noon, and it just changed recently, but they didn't say anything. So you can always exit there, but they weren't letting you go back in there, and it's because they didn't want to like staff the security there past a certain point. So because they have to have a lot of security staff members there, to do that. Maybe it goes back to like full service all the time in the summer, but like right now in the quote unquote off season, because I don't feel like we have an off season anymore. they
Busy.
they
It's
are
summer season right now.
yeah, they aren't scheduling the security there, so they close it at noon. But right now, because there is no entrance, it has been staying open later. I don't know how much later, but it has been staying open later. But as far as exiting the park, you can always exit the park there at any time of the day, really.
Yeah.
So
And there's no way to know the schedule of that place. Like I literally would have no clue. I have no
yeah, you
clue.
can ask the front desk, but sometimes they'll give you the wrong information too. So
They probably
you
do
know.
not know. Is Challenge Trail going down for refurb? Heard they're adding some 70th, but unsure.
They
70th?
are.
What? That's so random. That's the first
No,
time I heard this.
I don't know if they're adding something for the 70th, but they are going down. They're going,
What?
and it was a weird thing.
What could the 70th be? Say they do something 70th. What? I would say the meet and greet area where like Santa Claus is. Maybe they do some 70th there.
I don't know. It is on the upcoming like Redwood Creek Challenge Trail. Supposed to get it because I remember, um, based on the when we saw it on the calendar a long time ago, based on the time of the closure, um, I think it was closed or is going to close, but I don't know. Based on the time of it, I thought that it lined up really well with like them having Lunar New Year Raya there because it was going up until a certain point and then into Food and Wine and then it was going to close. So I'm like, oh, it's open long enough for Raya and then it's going to close.
Ugh.
Uh, but it's they didn't end up having the Raya there, so I don't know. Who knows? This people keep talking about this space being used all the time for like
Yeah, we've
some
heard so much. Redwood Creek Challenge Trail seems to just be on the chopping block.
people
Uh,
love, but the kids love it though. The kids
yeah,
love
no,
it.
I when I've taken Max, he loves Redwood Creek Challenge Trail. There's water, stuff you could climb, like other kids having fun. So it's just like, and you totally do not feel like you're in a theme park when you're in Redwood Creek. You're you're like somewhere else. You're just in this forest. Uh, how long is the grand entrance closed? I keep hearing
Sometime in
June.
May.
Yeah, I heard June. Could be May, I guess. Nobody knows. Uh, yeah, who knows? It's gonna be
Uh,
nice though to have like updated turnstile and security or whatever. What are you gonna say,
uh,
Danny?
Danielle Rucker in the chat says, "I'm staying at the Universal Sheridan for Fan Fest nights. Is there a shuttle? I can't remember. It's been a while since I stayed there. I stayed there twice. I love Universal Sheridan. I love staying there. They do have a shuttle. It's shared with the Hilton Universal. So when you get on the shuttle at the Sheridan Universal, it goes to the Hilton and then it goes to the park because the Hilton's closer. So and
And
it
don't do
last
that walk. That walk probably
yeah,
sucks because
it
it's
dropped us
uphill.
off. It dropped us off last time at that little spot right there, Mondo, next to where they roped off like the parking lot to put construction materials.
Like by Dodger store, kind of.
Yeah, that's exactly where it dropped us off right there.
Yeah,
So
yeah. You don't want to do that walk. That is not a fun walk.
yeah, it's just a really steep hill. Like it's a really
Yeah,
steep hill if you do the walk. I do the walk back to the hotel um, because it's all downhill and it's like much easier. But the walk up to Universal from the hotel is brutality. So
yeah. Just don't do it. Um, I want to talk about this, Danny. Uh, Out of nowhere, we got a thumper bucket. Have we got Easter buckets before, or this is a first?
I can't remember.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Are
This
they trying to
also
make
seems
Easter a
very
bigger
like
deal?
this also seems very Tokyo coded. Like ever since that Tokyo guy came here, like we're getting a lot of really cool like more ornate buckets. I feel.
The
Um,
power line one, Death
yeah, yeah.
Star. Like, sheesh.
So I like the idea of this. I think Bambi fans will love it, and even just people that want like something nice Easter for their house. Like this
Perfect.
could, you can take the straps off of it. It can be like a nice little decor, or it could
Yeah.
even be like a fancy Easter basket if you want it to be.
Do you know when like Easter eggs start coming to Disneyland? You know how they sometimes do like a Bordeaux or fudge
They're
Easter
already
egg.
here.
What? I could already get them.
Dude, I saw, and they even have the bunny butt treats in
Oh,
yeah, the bunny butt.
I didn't know. I saw the bunny butt because and that this is I've never seen a bunny caramel apple. That was the first time I saw that. But the bunny butt is this one. I never know if the Rice Krispie treat stuff is good or not, but um, yeah, they got. I didn't know the eggs. Like we're talking about the eggs.
I think the eggs you can get them now at the. If this is not now, it's in April for sure. But it should be like every time I've known it, Mondo. When you see the bunny butts, the eggs are usually like pretty close.
Yeah. No St. Patrick's Day treats. They'll probably do a Rice Krispie treat. That's like their go-to. There was, I think, one more thing I wanted to talk about. Is there one more thing? I think we've hit everything. Anything else, Danny, on your end?
Um, not really when it comes to all that stuff. I think we're kind of now just in the waiting period. We're only
FanFest, uh, Season of the Force. Those are the two
yeah
big
we got
ones coming.
those are the two big ones coming up. Season of the
Boysenberry.
Yeah, Boysenberry, and then but in addition to that, we're gonna see 70th decor get put up very then over the next few days, like over the next few weeks. I mean, I feel like as we get into April, it's just gonna be like push and shove to get all the 70th like decor in, because May 16th is gonna come real fast when we're in April. It's like May's not that far off, and it's right at the beginning of May, so. I feel like the 70th is going to come on us faster than we think, and they've got to have like a lot of preparation, and we're going to start seeing probably merchandise come forward for that. So it's it I would say keep an eye out on on anything you see 70th wise coming to the parks, because we're definitely going to want to tag us if you see it because
Yeah.
we're gonna want to go cover that and see what it looks like as soon as it comes up. All the banners, the things that get put in, they're probably gonna start blocking off the Esplanade soon. I'm sure to put that big thing up in the middle.
I hope one thing too, Danny, that there is more attractions that'll get like some 70th touch to them. Like the Toy Story Mania got it. I hope there's a lot of attractions that get 70th.
I know your mind was blown with the whole golden ride vehicle
Yeah,
thing.
the Golden Ride thing is cool. It's just like you think of the Golden Vehicle, you think of that year. What was it? The 60th? The 60th.
50th.
Oh, 50th.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's so many years ago. Jeez. Time is flying too fast right now. Slow
Yeah.
down. Slow down, time. Slow down. All right, Danny. Final
One
thoughts on
more.
everything.
What
What were
happened?
you gonna say? What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say. I wanted you to do one more. I'm sending it to you right now. Copy real quick. This was our daytime parade that debuted for the 50th, um
Hold on.
almost about 20 years ago.
Oh, let me see. Let me see.
See if people remember this to close it out. um
What is this?
the Parade of Dreams from this was the 50th anniversary parade. It had like a gold, it also had the gold ride vehicles in it, and like just all a bunch of stuff.
What? Was it multiple floats or it was just one?
No, it was a ton of floats. It was like this was one of the first parades that implemented the show stop. They would stop and do the show stop.
Oh. Wow. Oh, this is the showstopper. That's why I keep showing this one.
Yeah.
The Parade of Dreams. Now, hey, now Disneyland, they're like you get the Super Bowl float and the Viva Navidad bicycles. Was this a great one? Did you enjoy this one, Parade of Dreams?
This is the best parade that we've ever had. Daytime parade.
Wow!
There was
Wow!
there was no better parade than this one. There has never been a better parade than this one for sure.
Parade
And
of
even if you ask
Dreams?
people, I know a lot of people that were in entertainment this time, and they'll even tell you that this parade nothing topped it. It's like the best music, the best everything.
I
So
got I gotta click one now, Danny. This is some crazy talk. Best daytime? Oh, it's this song. Yeah,
yes.
no, yeah, untouchable, untouchable, untouchable. Like this is as magical as Disneyland could be when it comes down to a parade. Yeah, no, I remember now. I don't know. It didn't click in my head right away. Dude, the amount of characters, like, this is crazy. What was your favorite float in this one, Danny?
Um, the coolest float was probably the Lion King float because like each of the floats transformed too during the show stop segments. Like this
What?
one right here, pause it right there. So like this, the Mad Tea Party was a giant trampoline, and like during the show stop, the Alice and Mad Hatter would get off, and then the cards would jump on to the trampoline because the table was actually a giant trampoline, and during the show stop they would do like flips and acrobats and stuff. And then on the Lion King one, the float would transform, like the tree would grow really big, and then it dropped down like these ropes, and then these like rope acrobatics would do like flips and stuff on the ropes and stuff.
I got it right
So,
here.
yeah, it was really cool. Like that tree would grow in the middle to like really tall.
Damn. This is the God Parade at Disneyland. The daytime. Daytime God Parade. Wow. Wow.
We just don't do like parades this grand anymore, you know?
Dude, I want to say I saw this in person.
You
Like,
probably did. It was
yeah.
2005.
Dude, they got water. They got water on the parade float. Damn. Sheesh. Look at that, Danny. Wow. Disneyland don't go hard like that no more at all. Like at all, dude. Dang, that mind blew me. Mind blew me. Amy, dropping a super chat. Let's go. Thank you, Amy. Thanks for all you do, or all you both do. Fire! Hell yeah. Thank you, Amy. Seriously, thank you. Uh,
Sending a super chat all the way from Canada.
wow. Holy macaroni. Uh, close it out, Danny. Close it out. Final thoughts, my friend.
Man, I think I'm really most excited for Boysenberry Festival, even more so than Season of the Force. But I'm really looking forward to seeing the projection show that they've got coming next week for that. I'm just not looking forward to the logistics of like watching that in that small space. But I'm excited to see what it looks like because I've always wondered what that would be when it happens. But yeah, lots of things to look forward to, and there's like less periods of break, right? We go right into 70th after this, so it's like a summer
So
of just
good.
stuff.
It's going to be so good. If we could get a reservation, that's what everything revolves around. If we could get a reservation. My closing thoughts. I'm very excited for this like March to end, and then April, May is just gonna be banger after banger. Just so much good stuff coming from all theme parks. Um, I can't wait to do Boysenberry Festival and really like hone in what's good, what's not. It's always a lot of fun when you do that. And I hope to revisit Food and Wine. I haven't forgot that it exists. I just can't get a reservation right now. So,
I've been three
um,
times.
is there something that somehow is still like I gotta try that, Danny, that you haven't got to for
I've
Food and
been to
Wine?
Food and Wine. I've been to Food and Wine 3 times. Every single time I got the wings. They're incredible each time. They don't miss. They're not
Damn.
gross one time and not good the other time. They've been amazing every single time I've gone. So that's a staple. Um, the I will say, Mondo, this last time I on Friday when I went with my friend that came from out of state, the chicharron taco, you would have hated it. You would if that was
Oh,
your first
missed.
time trying it, you would have hated
Missed.
it.
Oh, wow.
I don't know what it is about that. I don't know what it is about that Hollywood booth, but they just can't. They literally drenched our taco in chili oil, like
What?
chili. It was just like it was like a pool of chili oil on top of it. It was so bad.
There was no way you could enjoy that.
Yeah, there was
When
no
we
way.
got it, when we got the taco, it wasn't like that at all. Like
No, it
literally.
had more salsa verde, which is what
Yeah.
it's supposed to have.
Chili oil. I
Um,
didn't even know it had chili oil. What the heck?
yeah, it
Uh,
was not good. And then the other one that stood out to me, more so like every time I went was I didn't have it personally, but every person that I went with got the birria mac and cheese and said it was the best thing at the festival out of all the things that we were trying, and we would try a lot of things. So I would say that and the pickle whiskey pickle lemonade or whatever it is, from the Peppers Caliente booth, and the birria mac and cheese are like probably the top two things at the booths this year for as far as like what people say.
yeah.
I tried the whiskey pickle drink. That was really good, actually. So
Yeah.
I can concur with that. I finally was able to try it on like my third visit, and then the mac and cheese. I can't have it personally, but everyone who I was with had it, said it was the best. So
Everybody, every time I've seen like a review on Instagram, they love it too. We're me and Danny. We're just done with mac and cheese. We don't care. We just don't care.
I don't want Disney mac and cheese anymore. So it's the
I don't
people
want
like
any
it.
mac and cheese. I'm done with mac and
People
cheese.
like it, Mondo, not because the mac and cheese is good, but because it has birria on it. Okay,
Yeah.
that's why they like it.
Fire combo. Fire. If I don't doubt it's really good. I don't doubt that it's really good. But yeah, we're on the horizon of greatness come April and May. But if I can't get a reservation, I would love to visit Knott's. Hopefully at some point. There's probably nothing going on, but I just want to go to Knott's and Universal. So a lot of Universal, a lot of Knott's maybe coming this week if I can't get a reservation. But before we leave too, Danny, one more time, any content coming your way so people can know?
Yeah, I just had a new podcast episode come out today. Right now, only the audio version is live. I will have it on my YouTube channel tonight, but it's going to be like it'll be on the YouTube channel, but it's just going to be audio. We had an issue with the video feed, so there won't be like any one of us talking on screen. Even though sometimes I do indicate like I'm showing the screen something, but it's like I was holding up a pin like this I was talking about, uh, and it you can't see it. So, but next week, hopefully, I got that figured out. I've been using this platform, and I just it hasn't been good to me. So I don't know if I'm going to keep using it. Mondo wants me to try a different
Yeah, I
one.
want him to
So
try the one I use. Just doing all the work and then it gets messed up. It's such a bum. You're
yeah, it
bummed. You're
sucks when
like,
you record it and you get
yeah,
like, and the hard part is too is when you have like a guest on and
yeah.
like they spent their time, you feel bad because
I I
it's
need
not
you
just
to recreate that one feeling just the same way.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
hard. Yeah, I know, like the waste of time, but it happens. It's just we know not to use that one no more. I at this point have no plans to go to Epic Universe like opening day or anything. I'm kind of waiting on Epic Universe stuff. Uh, if I do go, it'd probably be next year, honestly. But I'm more on board on Hollywood stuff. That's what
I
I
think
care
I
about.
might
I
try
care
to
about
go for my birthday.
Hollywood. I care about Hollywood. What'd you say, Daddy?
I think I might try to go for my birthday.
All right, all right.
Because
Uh,
now that they have single day tickets, I might just buy like
yeah,
1 or 2 days.
it is a game changer. The single day tickets. Thank gosh, that because the whole 3 day thing, I was not going to buy that.
No, no,
Uh,
I don't need to.
yeah, heck no. All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Danny. Awesome live today. Can't wait to fire it up again next week on Speculation Sunday. But that's going to be all for today, everybody. We are firing it down. The Cali Bay, just as Daddy are calling it a day. I'm the main host, Monto.